All right, welcome back in another episode. It is
Another
championship.
episode.
It is conference championship weekend. We've made
This,
it.
this is one of the biggest weekends of the year. This is probably the one I'm most excited for.
There it is, but I mean, I feel like the games are lacking. Like, I don't know. I feel like they're just not as good as they could be. Like, we have Georgia LSU. Now that LSU just lost, like the game means nothing.
Damn, I didn't
Um,
even know LSU just lost.
bro,
How
they
did I
lost
not
to
know that?
A&M.
Oh, wow.
Yeah, by like 15. Um, but who else? Oh, we got Michigan and Purdue. That's a whack conference championship game.
Okay. Yeah, that is pretty whack.
I think we have North Carolina, Clemson. Clemson is God, DJ, man. DJ got
Clemson
to go there.
sucks.
I think the best one of them all is USC Utah rematch.
That one is the best one of them all. But don't sleep on this K-State TCU
Oh,
because
I
I
forgot about that one. I
I
forgot
was going
about
to
that one.
say I see TCU damn near losing this week and ruining all of their college. If they lose this week, do they lose? Are they going to college football playoffs?
Okay, let's talk about this because they're going to be number 3 tonight. USC is probably going to be 4. If TCU loses, it's basically a question of 1 loss TCU, 1 loss Ohio State.
But a one loss Ohio State then.
But I mean, TCU has an incredible resume. Like they have the best resume in college football.
Why?
Like they
What's
they
their
beat
resume?
they beat more top 25 teams than any team in the country. I mean,
Um, no, I think Texas Tech has.
listen, we'll get to Texas Tech because they had a really good season. But I think Texas Tech beat one ranked
Maybe one.
opponent.
Yeah, I could be lying. That we played six. I think that's what it was. We played the most. We just lost the most too. Yeah.
I'm trying to pull up TCU real quick.
Honestly, I'm still putting Ohio State in because TCU damn near lost every game. If we're being honest, they just ended up winning, which is also good characteristics of really good teams. Sometimes you can almost lose those games as long as you
And
win.
to and to the Big 12, like we talked about it earlier in the year, the difference between the top team, like TCU for this instance, and then like the bottom team, which is what, Kansas, Iowa State, like one top to bottom, like the
That's
Big
still
12
good.
is stacked.
Yeah, I was gonna say that's still really good. Those aren't bad teams. They could go win other conferences. Like
Yeah,
Iowa, damn near would be playing Purdue, or would be Purdue or Iowa State.
yeah, honestly.
Baylor definitely would be in the Big 12 or Big 10 championship.
If they were in the right division, yeah, for
Yeah.
sure. For sure.
To be
Um,
honest, damn near Texas would be in the Big 10 championship. Oklahoma State probably if they were in like Purdue's division, but Oklahoma State got fucked. So
yeah, Oklahoma, they got ravaged with injuries. I mean, it was just a tough season.
yeah, that's just fucked for them. So
Um, so back to TCU Ohio State. I feel like the committee is gonna pick Ohio State. They're a bigger brand. They're gonna bring in more eyeballs. Like, do you even know a TCU fan?
no,
Exactly.
other than my coworker that went to CCU, but that's only because she went there.
Exactly. My
She doesn't
point.
give a fuck about.
Like, I think I could name like 20 Ohio State people I know just off the top of my head. Like, they're just a
Bro,
big brand.
I was in a Twin Peaks on you saw that picture I sent you. It was
Yeah,
me,
yeah.
CJ, Jaden, and Onyx. And me and
Definitely.
Onyx ended up staying from it was like 11 a.m. all the way to like 5. And I probably threw back at least 20 beers. I was so drunk. But the fucking atmosphere of Twin Peaks, Ohio State was crazy until they started losing.
In
'Cause they,
Texas, like in San Antonio, right? Like in
in
San
San
Antonio.
Antonio, yeah.
That's crazy. I mean, up to the fourth quarter, that was a good game. That was a
That's
great
what
game.
I'm saying. The score does not implement how bad they really like. The score does not show how the game went because Ohio State played good in that game. I don't want to say they played good, but
But
they had a chance to win. They just shit the bed at those last two touchdowns that put them up.
so I saw the stat. It was so on 5 plays throughout the game for Michigan, they totaled like 279 yards and 5 touchdowns, right? Like 5 of their touchdowns were like big plays. And then the rest of the plays they ran, they totaled like, I want to say it was like 199 yards. And it was like maybe 40 something plays. Like Ohio State played good enough to win the game. They just
I was
gave up
gonna
the
say,
deep
yeah,
ball, which is
yeah.
great. And two, I feel like Ohio State, they don't take chances. Like They have the best receivers in the country. Marvin Harrison Jr. might be the best receiver I've ever seen. Like,
Really, he's nasty like that?
bro, he's so good. You could honestly make the discussion that he could be the number 1 pick in the draft next year. Like, he's that good. 6'4", runs the crispest routes for his size. Great hands. Like,
That's
guys,
crazy. I need to watch him because I knew that he was good. I didn't know he was nasty like that. I knew he was nasty. Don't get me wrong, but I didn't know he was that dude. For you to be saying this,
and like I really hope that I mean, I hope they can get into that 4 spot. Their best bet is USC losing, because if USC loses, Ohio State's definitely number 4. But I mean, USC's on a roll. But
bro,
Ohio State Georgia
fuck
would be
USC.
an incredible game. Ohio State Georgia would be so good.
Yeah, until Georgia fucking waxes them.
I don't know. I feel like Georgia's inconsistent. I mean, up to this point, they've played really good up against the great teams, but I don't know. It's tough to go back to back. Who's the last team that went back to back? It was like Bama 12-13, maybe.
I don't know, to be honest. Oh, I'm so excited. This is
Like,
why see.
Okay, so like another thing is if USC gets in, they're going to be 4. Like, how does USC match up against like Georgia in your eyes?
They don't.
I mean, you're right.
That's the problem. That's what, and I don't think TCU matches up against them either. So that's why I do need TCU. That's the problem. I think Ohio State has the manpower to match up against them because size matters whenever you get to that big. Don't get me wrong. Size doesn't matter, but whenever a team's that big and that SEC big, TCU don't got no boys that can really do nothing against them. I don't know what USC has, but I don't think that they have them. Ohio State will have those guys.
I mean,
You
USC
need those big linebackers and D linemen. That's what you need, and those big offensive linemen.
especially in a game like that where like you're gonna have to run the ball. You're gonna have to stop the run, because if you don't, I mean, look at Georgia, Michigan last year. I mean, Michigan just wasn't big enough. They got bullied. Like, I mean, USC's best bet is Caleb Williams just going dumb, and they're gonna have to score 50 to beat any of these teams. Like,
exactly.
they don't have the defense to.
Wow. Georgia will put up 100 points on fucking USC. I hate USC so much.
Why you hate USC? Because of the Utah game?
Yes. I'll never forgive them. I'll be fucking 98 years old talking about that.
That was such a tough. I feel like we were like this. We were on this trajectory with our bets, and then
we was rocketed up. Fucking
that 2-point conversion happened, and we went.
We just hit 4 for 5. I'm fucking thinking I'm Elon Musk, just getting out of the atmosphere. I'm gonna explode, and then my fucking engine bust, and then everything, my whole life just crumbles.
What a tough day that was. Oh. All right, let's talk about this game. USC Utah. Friday in Vegas. Rematch. How do you see it going down?
I think USC wins this one. I think Caleb Williams wants to win the Heisman. To win the Heisman, he has to win this game. He doesn't really have to, but
I think as long as he doesn't suck, he has the Heisman.
Yeah, I think he has the Heisman. We should have fucking pulled the plug.
I don't know if you remember, but like our first pod we ever did.
That's why I said we should have pulled the plug.
I liked Caleb Williams as a Heisman. He was like plus 900 to start the year. I mean, up until Saturday though, I mean, Stroud had it locked up, and if he would have played a good game against Michigan and they would have won, I mean, it would have been him. But
right now the odds are like Caleb Williams minus 900, and then everybody else is like plus 1,200.
Damn.
I mean, but if you want to rent a free $100, go bet 900. But I mean, if you think about it though, if you have $100,000, that's a free. At least what is that? 19,000.
Oh, 19. What'd you say? 100 grand?
Yeah.
Might be only 9,000.
It might only be 9. Yeah, you might be right. Yeah.
I mean, yeah. I mean, he's probably a lock.
It's free. It's still free 9,000. Fuck it. I don't got 100 grand though, so
yeah.
I can't. I go get a free 9 cents. Go get a free 9 cents, put 100 down.
Poor USC. They had such a good year. I mean, they beat some bad teams, but I told you at the beginning of the year too, I thought that they could sneak into that 4 spot. and they're one game away. They're one because if they win this, they're 100%, and then they're not gonna. You can't even
USC?
debate. Yeah, you can't debate a one-loss USC conference champion against a one-loss
USC?
Ohio State.
Why can't you debate that?
I mean,
They lost to the number.
Does conference championship not matter?
Not whenever your one loss is to the number 3 team and you're in the number 2 team.
I mean, USC lost. Okay, Utah's number 14 right now.
Mhm.
They lost. Okay, here's my argument right here. They lost to Utah on the road on a 2-point conversion. Ohio State just got beat by 18 in their
That
home
score
field.
does not count. And sometimes you just lose games.
You're right. You're right.
I'd much rather them lose that game like that than fucking have to go back and forth with Utah because their defense sucks so bad.
Okay, you make a good argument, but I mean, see,
I feel you though. Don't get me wrong. I do feel you.
This is the problem with the 14 playoff.
Because like you need to give other people shots.
Like if you look right now, the top.
So I still had faith in Oregon until they fucking blew the bag. And sometimes you just lose football games. Teams lose football games.
You're right.
LSU lost to A&M.
And
it just
A&M
happens.
lost to App State.
That's what I'm saying. You just lose games sometimes. It's not your fault.
It's tough to go undefeated. It's rare. It doesn't happen very often. And you're right. But like if we had a 12-team playoff, like the playoff would be incredible. You'd have Bama, Tennessee, Penn State, LSU, Utah.
See, that's what I'm trying to see right there. That's
like,
are we going to 12 team or are we going to 18?
We're going 12.
Oh, let's fucking go.
They're trying to get it done by 24. 24 will be the first year. So we'll have one more year of this.
This bullshit. Damn, are you gonna be down here for Christmas? Because last year we were watching what game do we watch? I saw it on my I guess it wasn't for Christmas, it was for Thanksgiving. I saw it on
we watched Texas Baylor last year.
That's what it was, right?
And then we watched something else too. I don't know. Am I gonna
Was it basketball?
No, I won't be down.
Damn, that sucks.
It's just tough traveling with a kid.
Bro, life is tough. Don't got time to travel.
Bro,
without a kid.
They don't really sleep for like longer than like 4 hours. That's a 4-hour drive. Like,
yeah, that's true.
That's be tough.
That would suck. Yeah, next year.
But let's see what game do we not talk about? I mean, LSU, Georgia. Do you give LSU any type of chance in this game?
Yeah.
You do? Okay. What do you think the line is right now?
Georgia spread-wise? Georgia minus 11.5.
17.5.
Damn, yeah. See, I don't think they beat them by that much, but it is very possible.
Like the only thing that worries me is they don't have one. Jaden Daniels is banged up. I think he tweaked his ankle. He's gonna play, but I don't know how mobile he'll be, which is his greatest asset. I mean, LSU basically is playing spoiler. But if Georgia loses this game, you have to put them in it. Okay, I want to go down this road. If LSU beats Georgia and you have a 1-loss, Georgia, Ohio State, and USC, who gets in? Two of those teams get in. Georgia, Ohio State, and USC.
Well, Georgia and Ohio State.
Okay, so you're just out on USC.
I'm just out on USC. I have faith in.
Is this because you don't think they can compete, or do you think that?
I don't think they can compete.
That's fair. That's fair. I mean, you make a good argument. Their defense is terrible.
And then these other defenses are fucking nasty.
Great, you're right. So Georgia's a lock.
Yeah, Georgia's a lock. Georgia's in, no matter what.
Who do you think wins?
Georgia.
Because
I think Ohio State beats Michigan next time they play.
I don't know. I don't know if it's I don't know if Jim Harbaugh just like got over the hump. Like he could not beat Ohio State. He was like he lost like his first 8 games against Ohio State, and now he's 2-0. And I feel like he's got their number. Like they seem like they wanted it more both games this year and last year. But this aspect would be on a neutral field, which I don't I don't know who that favors more. I guess it depends on where it's played, but neutral field could benefit Ohio State big time.
I just see Ohio State winning because, like I said, sometimes just lose games, and I think they just lost this game. They fucking came out the gate swinging 14-0 quick, and then Michigan scored 2 touchdowns quick. I guess it was 13-0. I don't know how it became that.
I think it was 10.
10-0.
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah, because it was 10-3, and then it was 13-3, and then it was 14-13. That's exactly what happened.
Yeah, that's what it was.
So I don't know,
Yeah,
man.
I
And
mean,
those last 2 touchdowns were just fucking. That just happens. It's the football god saying Michigan deserved to win this game.
I love this time of year because there's so many, like, you could go down so many what ifs. What if this happens? What's this? So I got another one for you. TCU loses, and now you gotta, who do you put them over Ohio State? What did you say? Did we already go down this
No,
road?
Ohio State goes in before TCU.
Okay. Oh
Ohio, if TCU loses, they drop to like fucking 8.
man. Right.
The Big 12 gets no respect.
They don't. I mean, they
But I
don't.
would like to see TCU in there so the Big 12 can get a little respect. But see, that's the problem though. If TCU goes in there and shits the fucking bag, we lost all respect. All of it. Gone.
If you look at the last 2 times that we had a Big 12, we had
It's
Baker.
both OU.
Yeah, both of you, Baker and Kyler. But they went to overtime with Georgia. Baker did. And Kyler Murray, they kind of got their doors blown off by Bama. It's probably the same. I think TCU gets
Absolutely destroyed.
right now. They would play Michigan, and Michigan is
Michigan's
going to run the ball down their throats.
Bro, TCU almost lost to Kansas. They almost lost to Tech. Like, almost lost every game this year. Who did they just barely beat? Baylor on a fucking last second field goal, which was great special teams execution. Great it was beautiful. Loved it. But
I used to love practicing that in high school.
that shit's so fun. I can't lie. I love special teams. Special teams is a beautiful part of the game. Oh no, man. But go Birds. Frank Harris bringing home another one this year.
So if they win this weekend, which
they can go to New Year's 6.
They could, and it could be the Cotton Bowl, which that'd be really cool. That'd be really cool.
That would be cool. That would be.
Like last year, you could have said, "Oh, teams have fluke seasons where they're just good. They just beat everybody." Like, and it almost
Eastern Carolina,
right? Like one of those teams. Like UTSA was kind of like they weren't like that team last year, but they could have very easily had a bad year. And again, they're really good.
They're really good.
Oh, they have an overtime loss to. I think both of their losses are in overtime.
It's crazy. Frank's not in the Heisman race. Quite frankly,
you can't be in the Heisman race when you play in Conference USA.
You can though. What was his name? Fucking Mackenzie Milton. Fucking that quarterback from Cincinnati. Frank Harris's stats this year are absolutely nuts.
Did you see the game on Saturday?
No, he has the 13th highest QBR in the nation. 9th highest in passing yards, and he's tied 13th for touchdown passes. That's pretty smooth.
So you're on Frank Harris Heisman Trophy campaign here.
Yeah, I am on a Frank
At least
Harris.
get him to New York.
At least get him to New York. He has better stats than CJ Stroud and Stetson Bennett, and he's barely played the most fourth quarters this year.
How many yards does he have? What's his yards, touchdown, interception?
He has 3,600 passing yards. He has 27 touchdown passes and 7 interceptions, and he has the 13th highest QBR in the nation.
Shout out Frank. Sleeper draft pick?
That's what I don't know.
Like maybe like a 5th, 6th, 7th rounder?
Is him being left-handed fucks him, and him not being really that athletic anymore. Like, don't get me wrong, he's athletic, but he's not like fast anymore. His knees are getting old. So I think that fucks him. But he's been throwing the ball really well. Like 350 yards a game, 3 tutties, damn near every game.
How many rushing yards does he have this year?
800.
Ooh, that's pretty good.
No, that's pretty good. Like, that's what I'm saying. Frank Harris Heisman campaign. Let me see how many. I could just be saying that he has 800. Let me see.
But like the thing is I feel like he's like, even you said he's not as athletic as like he once was, but he's like he would be in the upper echelon of like mobile quarterbacks in the NFL.
Yeah, no, that's very true.
And he's one of those guys where like I feel like if he got a chance, like he could be like a Taylor Heineke, just guys rally around him and he just wins games. He's a winner. He wins games unless he plays the Steel Knights. Shout out
Exactly.
Steel Knights.
I'm trying to find his rushing. Okay, here he is. He has 100. He has 104 attempts with 50 or 539 yards and 8 touchdowns. That's still good.
Wow. He doesn't have a year of eligibility left, does he?
He does.
He does?
Yeah.
Okay, what if he transferred? Would you think he would do that?
He should.
Like Oklahoma State, they need a quarterback.
Bro, if he transferred to a bigger school and went crazy, I think that was his best bet.
Oregon needs a quarterback.
I think he could do it.
I really like him at Oklahoma State. I feel like that's a good fit.
Okay, State. Where else?
Kansas State. Kansas State needs a quarterback.
Kansas State would be nice.
Except I don't know how good they're going to be next
I want
year.
him in the ACC. Let's get him to Miami.
Miami.
Let's get him to Miami. Fuck it.
Bring the U back.
I'll be lit.
You think he would do that though? Or do you think he's like committed? Like he's San Antonio. Like,
That's the only problem. He's fucking San Antonio. He's Mr. San Antonio. So I don't know.
he kind of is, huh?
Yeah, I don't know, man. That is hard. He used to do whatever he wants here. Basically.
Shout out UTSA. I had them in a parlay on Saturday, which I did pretty well on Saturday. Proud of myself.
Good stuff.
But I had UTSA in like 3 parlays, and they were down 24-7 in like the first quarter. I was like, UTSA.
And then Frank comes back and wins it.
They come back and won.
Because he got knocked out. T. Smitty had his best route.
Oh, Tyron went off.
Tyron's nasty. Tyron's over 1,000 yards. Tyron's a sleeper draft pick in the future.
He is. No, he is. He is.
He's little Tyreek Hill.
I was thinking about that.
Yeah.
How many years of eligibility does he have left? We need to get some of these guys on the podcast.
We do. I'll say he has 1 to 2.
Okay.
Because he played 2 years.
What did he play? Cisco or Blinn?
I think he only played 1 year there. And then he's definitely been at UTEP for 2 years. But he damn near might have played 2 years at a Blinn. I don't think so, though. So he either has 1 or 2. Or maybe none. I don't think he might have 1.
So the one last thing, we'll get out of here. The rankings come out tonight, I think in like an hour. Actually 2 things. What was it? Rankings. So it's gonna be Georgia. Actually, I think Michigan should be number 1. Like they just beat the number 2 team on the road.
That is true. By 18 points.
What's a better win? Michigan on the road at Ohio State or Georgia beating Tennessee at home? When Tennessee
Georgia.
was number 1.
I'm gonna say Georgia.
Georgia. Tennessee was rolling.
Tennessee was nasty. I thought they were the ones that were gonna win it this year until that happened. So I'm gonna have to say Georgia. Only because Ohio State and Michigan are such like I don't know. I still say that could be a fluke game.
So it's gonna be Georgia, Michigan, TCU, and then do you put USC number 4 or Ohio State number 4? You're going with Ohio State, huh?
I'm going with Ohio State.
Ohio State. See, I mean, honestly, they could go either way here, and they're not going to be wrong. I think they're going to do USC, but we'll see. And then one last thing here. Shout out USA soccer team.
USA.
Let's go.
I was in the office yelling that all day. Go Ussa, man.
I haven't watched soccer since 2014. I only watch it when the US play in the World Cup.
I still haven't watched it. I just was happy as fuck.
I had to bet it so that way it seemed more entertaining because damn, it's boring to watch.
Bro, but you go to a soccer game. I used to go to our tech girl soccer games. They were so lit. Like, especially because I would just go stand at the gate right at the field level and you would just see like girls truck other girls and shit. And then like watching a ball go into the goal because you have no idea if it's gonna go in until it actually goes in. Everybody just goes crazy. That shit's one of the best feelings.
They do go nuts.
But I guess you have to be there. It's not the same watching on TV,
You're right. You're right.
especially if you don't care about them.
Actually, this is the last thing. I know I said that 3 times. I saw this tweet. Shout out Texas Tech. Since 2000 or since 2021, between the men's basketball team and the football team, they are 28-2 at home.
Yeah, that's pretty
That's
lit.
pretty incredible. That's pretty incredible.
And don't get me wrong though, basketball has 20 of those, but hey, it's
I don't. Did Tech lose a home game this year in football?
I mean, probably because basketball didn't lose any last year. Basketball was 17-0 at home.
Damn.
Yeah, so that's why I said basketball is the majority of that.
That's crazy. You guys, shit just gets weird in Lubbock.
Lubbock, Texas is I'm telling you, next year we're gonna go catch a game in Lubbock.
So, the only team to beat Tech at home this year was Baylor.
Okay.
And you guys got smoked by Baylor.
5-1 at home. We just can't win fucking road games. But hey, we're gonna be an 8-5 team, hopefully.
This year?
If we win our bowl game.
You guys are 7-5. Damn.
No, I know. I'm gonna be happy if we're 8-5.
Wow. No, I mean, listen, I'm not a Tech fan by any means, but I like what Joey McGuire's got. And I'm glad Texas is getting out of the Big 12. Big 12 is gonna be so good next year with
They're gonna be so
Cincinnati
good.
and goodness, it's gonna be fun.
Yeah, and then what was I about to say? Tyler Shuck, I think he's coming back, and he balled each game. Tyler hasn't lost a game that he started and finished.
Did you see his like press conference
saying that people down the hall don't even believe in him?
Yeah.
I wonder what that's about. I was gonna say he's gonna transfer.
It sounded like he was. They need him back. I mean, I'm sorry, Donovan. He turns
but
ball.
Barron's good.
Barron's good.
I have faith in Barron, but I like Tyler. Tyler is really good, and people don't realize how good Tyler is because I've seen him in practice, but he's just been hurt.
What about so if Tyler transfers, what about bringing in like Hudson Card from Texas? He's transferring.
He fucking sucks.
I mean, I don't think
bro, Hudson Card sucks.
He's not terrible.
Hudson Card's pretty terrible, fam.
He lost one game.
Okay, that doesn't contribute to him being bad. You have fucking Bijan Robinson and Xavier Worthy. Hudson Card sucks. He can't throw a ball longer than 40 yards. I guess Quinn Ewers can't either, though. But
that's a tough end of the season, man. Everything just seemed off. Like, thank God we have Bijan, or else I mean, I don't care what anybody says. He's the best running back in the country.
He's probably the best player in the country.
He's so good, and he hasn't declared yet. And if we get him back for one more year, because now with NIL, okay, but
yeah, like you said, they give him 6-7 million.
And now with NIL, he could potentially make more. I mean, because with like the way the NFL is right now, like I don't know if anybody wants to spend a
bag on running backs.
Not only that, but like a first round pick. But he's that kind of guy where, like, if I'm the Cowboys, if we have a late round pick, go get him. Go get him.
We don't need him.
Pollard's going to be a free agent. Who knows how much money it's going to take to keep him? We're already paying Zeke half the fucking salary cap.
Terrence Steele is going to need at least $100 million.
Terrence Steele's balling.
Yeah, best tackle in the league, damn near.
He is good. What a story. We got to get him on too. Undrafted free agent to starting right tackle for America's team.
We got some things in the work for next year.
Yeah, we're going to rock and roll next year.
Yeah, next year will be so much fun. This was good figuring out how to really do it. Next year is going to be fucking crazy.
That's the thing I heard. I listened to this guy. He Nick Wright on Fox Sports, whatever. He said that his advice to people, like, starting up is it's good. Like, get as many out of the way as you can in the beginning, like when no one's watching, because you start to figure it out and you get better. Like if you go listen to us in the first episode to like this one, Like
It's way different.
way different, way better. Like we're gonna have a rhythm next year. Both of our teams are probably gonna be pretty good, so it's gonna
That'll be fun.
It's gonna be fun.
Damn.
It's gonna be fun. With
Wow.
that being said, I appreciate you making time out of your schedule, busy schedule, to do this.
Yeah, man. I'm gonna go home, do a little real estate, go walk Oliver, and hit the gym by 8 o'clock. Get home about 10, and go straight to bed.
Do it all again tomorrow.
Do it all again tomorrow, man. Wake up at 7 or 6. I gotta be here at 7:30.
Keep grinding, man. You got it.
I got you, man.
Peace. See you.